What if I told you I'd hand you $1,000 just to take one bite of each of these dishes, and a juicy $2,000 bonus if you conquer all eight? That's a whopping $10,000. But here's the catch. Some of these dishes have made grown adults run screaming from the table when they learn what some of the world's wildest delicacies are made of. Would you dare or declare your taste buds AWOL? Let's take this culinary roller coaster around the globe. Spoiler alert, you're gonna want a strong stomach and maybe a bottle of hot sauce. Our first stop, the scorching deserts of Namibia, and get ready for a uniquely Namibian culinary adventure. Oshifima cum omalovu, better known as porridge with dried flying ants. This quirky dish is little known outside of Namibia, but for intrepid foodies, it's a true testament to the creativity and resourcefulness of local gastronomy. Oshifima itself is a hearty, slightly chewy porridge, often made from pearl millet or maize. Think of it like the Namibian cousin to Italian polenta or West African fufu. But the magic happens when it meets omalovu, the local term for the dried flying ants harvested after heavy rains. These ants, called mopane, though technically mopane worms and flying ants are different, both feature in Namibian cuisine, are long prized for their high protein, nutty flavor, and satisfyingly crunchy texture. Imagine a cross between popcorn and roasted nuts, toasted to perfection. Believe it or not, world-famous survivalist Bear Grylls once sampled Oshifima cum omalovu on international television, declaring it nutty, earthy, and actually pretty tasty. If you get past the legs! His seal of approval turned this humble dish into a momentary superstar in global foodie circles. Next up, high in the Himalayas, where Bhutanese monks have been brewing something that'll either enlighten you or send you running to the bathroom. Tea time just got weird. Suja, a blend of fermented yak butter, tea leaves, and salt. This isn't your grandmother's afternoon tea. It's buttery, thick, salty, and has the consistency of soup. The fermentation process can take months. And the smell? Imagine a wet dog mixed with old cheese. But here's the amazing part. This drink provides essential calories and prevents altitude sickness at 14,000 feet above sea level. It even helps prevent chapped lips at high altitude. Move over lip balm. The Dalai Lama reportedly drinks this daily, and Bhutanese people can consume up to 40 cups per day. The world record belongs to a monk who drank 73 cups in one sitting, though we're not sure if that's impressive or concerning. Welcome to the Caribbean, where they've turned sea snails into a national obsession. Lambi is giant conch, tenderized, spiced up that'll make your eyes water, and your taste buds dance, then stewed or grilled. These massive sea snails can live up to 35 years and weigh up to 5 pounds. Basically, the ocean's equivalent of a small dog. Grenadian fishermen dive up to 100 feet to harvest them, and the preparation involves beating the meat with a mallet to tenderize it. Talk about working for your dinner. The dish holds a special place in Caribbean culture. It's said to be the Caribbean aphrodisiac, which might explain why it's so popular at wedding receptions. Legend claims pirates swore by it before battle or dates. Celebrity chef Anthony Bourdain called lambi the ultimate island comfort food during his visit to Grenada. Local record: one man reportedly ate 22 lambis in one sitting during Grenada's Spice Mass Festival. From the Adriatic coast comes a dish that sounds adorable but might horrify animal lovers: roasted dormouse, peceni poo. These tiny, fluffy creatures are considered a delicacy in certain regions of Croatia, especially around Christmas time. Dormice have been eaten since Roman times. The Romans actually had special pots called glorarium, just for fattening them up. These little guys hibernate for 6 months, so they're naturally plump and tender. The preparation involves stuffing them with nuts and herbs before roasting. Here's where it gets weird. Dormice can live up to 11 years, but the ones used for cooking are typically harvested after their first hibernation. Food Network's Bizarre Foods host Andrew Zimmern tried this dish and described it as like eating a tiny, very rich chicken. The European Union actually regulates dormouse hunting. You need a special license. Our tropical stop brings us to French Polynesia, where they've created a fusion dish that sounds fancy, but involves some seriously funky ingredients. Poisson cru à la chinoise. This dish is basically Polynesian ceviche. Fresh raw tuna marinated in lime juice, coconut milk, and veggies. The à la chinoise version adds soy sauce and sesame oil, blending tropical and Asian vibes. The dish represents the Chinese immigration to Polynesia in the 1800s, where workers brought their preservation techniques to tropical paradise. Locals swear it's the perfect hangover cure, and it's so pretty, it's basically food and a tropical vacation in a bowl. Iron Chef Masaharu Morimoto actually featured a version of this dish on his show, calling it an acquired taste that challenges Western palates. Deep in the South American rainforest, Guyanese cooks have turned prehistoric-looking reptiles into spicy curry gold. Green iguana curry is prepared just like chicken curry, but with a twist. You're eating a dinosaur's distant cousin. Iguanas can grow up to 6 feet long and live for 20 years, but the ones used for cooking are typically younger and more tender. The meat is surprisingly white and flaky, gamey, spicy, and apparently tastes like chicken with a six-pack. Though the preparation involves some serious machete skills to get through that tough skin. It's often reserved for special occasions or celebrations. Nothing says, "Congrats," like a curried lizard. Usain Bolt has said he tried it in the Caribbean and liked the kick. From the Sahara Desert comes a dish that'll make you rethink your relationship with insects. Grasshopper couscous. Couscous au sauterelle. When locust swarms hit Mauritania, locals don't run for cover. They grab their nets and start cooking. These aren't just any grasshoppers. We're talking about desert locusts that can form swarms containing billions of insects. A single swarm can eat the same amount of food as 35,000 people in one day, so eating them is actually ecological revenge. The grasshoppers are roasted until crispy and mixed with traditional couscous and spices. They're incredibly nutritious, 3 times more protein than beef per gram and packed with vitamins. Locals call it the desert popcorn. Food anthropologist Amy Trubeck documented that during locust years, child malnutrition rates actually drop in these regions because of the protein boost. Fun fact, the UN Food and Agriculture Organization officially promotes insect eating as a solution to world hunger, and grasshopper couscous is their poster child. Our final challenge comes from ancient Mesopotamia, Iraq, where they've perfected the art of nose-to-tail eating with the legendary pacha, an entire sheep's head, complete with brain, tongue, and eyes, slow-cooked overnight. This isn't just weird for weird's sake. Pacha has been a celebration dish for over 4,000 years, traditionally served at weddings and festivals. The cooking process takes 12 to 14 hours in underground ovens, and every part of the head has its own flavor profile and texture. Here's the remarkable part. The sheep's brain is considered the ultimate delicacy, reserved for honored guests. It's said to boost brain power, though eating a brain to get smarter sounds very zombie-core. The dish requires such skill that master pacha chefs undergo years of training. There's even a technique for eating the eyeball. You're supposed to pop it whole and chew quickly. Celebrity chef Emeril Lagasse tried pacha during his Middle Eastern food tour and called it intimidating but surprisingly complex in flavor. In Baghdad, there are restaurants that have been serving the same pacha recipe for over 200 years. So, could you take a bite of each for $1,000 a pop? Would you brave the yak butter tea, nibble the roasted dormouse, or kiss that sheep's eye for glory and 10 grand? If your taste buds are still intact, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and share which dish you would try or avoid like your ex's calls. And as Mr. Ambot would say, no matter what you're going through, you still deserve to eat whatever you want. Bon appetit, globe chompers!